Hey, Jason. So we're here at the end of week 7.
Yep.
Let's recap what we did last week.
I didn't really do anything last week because took a break. Also went to a hackathon over the weekend. It was like it was more of a reset for me. Yeah, not much of an update. And I got app rejection from Apple from my previous app with the timer.
What happened?
They said that actually I can bring that up. They said that it's limited by minimum amount of content or features. I think they didn't really thoroughly look through my app. They didn't really notice that my app can count down the time at like a 5-second mark. I think I'm gonna reply to their message and then tell them about it, why it's not minimum amount of content or feature. I mean, it's kind of is, but it's better than like a timer app, right?
Yeah, it's kind of arbitrary because if you remember back then, a lot of people submitted super small apps like a flashlight app or something, I don't know, a notepad app maybe. Yeah. I mean, I think your app does have, it is minimal, but I feel like it's useful minimal.
Yeah.
But they say it's not useful or it's limited usefulness.
Yeah. I'll give it a try of like, I'll give it a try of messaging them back to see if they can get it approved.
All right, that's a good idea. All right, so that was week 7. Moving on, we are starting week 8 now.
Yeah, week 8.
All right, and we talked about that perhaps we wanted to make week 8 the last week in this program.
Yeah, just to like change things up a bit. It's been always like 1 week. I feel like I didn't have enough time to do stuff. It's more of like a rush. It's more of like I needed to get it out there. So for after week 8, I want to try to focus on like creating like a good app, like with a good design, and try to cover all the edge cases. Like make an app that's like bug free, as much as bug free as possible. Yeah.
Yep, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like I can't really do that like if I just have only 1 week.
Yep. 1 week is a very, very short amount of time.
Yeah.
That not many people can do. And even if you choose to do an app in a week, as you've already experienced, there's only so many things that you can do. You have to get rid of a lot of extra features. You have to make sure that everything you do is very, very focused and very efficient. Yeah,
and not even that. Like, if most of the time, like the apps will get accepted into the App Store, they want to see something more than like a simple app. So it's very hard to do that within a week.
Yep. Right? Yep. Yeah. So your apps after this will probably take much longer than a week.
Yeah.
And that amount of time can vary widely depending on how many features you add and how much quality you want to build in, how much like bugs you want to get rid of, and how much you have to learn.
Yeah.
So many different factors. I remember when I made my first big app, it took me a year. Wow. And I never actually shipped it out, which I regret a little bit, which is why I did the 1 app a week thing, because I really wanted to start shipping apps instead of working on something that I've never been able to show people. But I think now that you've had the experience of rushing it, now is probably a good time to slow it down a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be a good experience for you.
Yeah, I think like the process of like putting it into production, like with this process, like made me familiar with that process, so,
Yes.
which is like a very good thing.
Yeah, so hopefully you can take that experience into your bigger app and
Yeah.
hopefully push out the bigger app.
Yeah, definitely will save me a lot of time on that.
Yeah, now that you already know how to use Fastlane and are more familiar with the process.
Yep.
And yeah, having 8 weeks of experience under your belt, or at least this 2-month period.
Yeah.
Should be a good thing.
Yep.
So yeah, let's finish up this program strong. Let's see what you can make in the last week. And we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
What are we do you have any idea on what you want to focus on for the last week?
So initially I thought I wanted to do a notification app, but I feel like I can't really think of any notification app that Apple would accept. Like, I can't really think of a 1 week notification app that Apple will accept. Like they will approve it. So instead of doing that, maybe I should focus on like data persistence.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we talked about this before about like, we should make an app about like record our weight. So every morning when we wake up, weigh ourselves, and we should be able to record it in our app.
Yep, and that's something that we already do. Like we just send it to each other through text.
Through text. Yeah, so I think that should be like the MVP or minimum, like the minimum feature that I should build for the week. If I do have time, then I can try to persist like other data, like the measurement of your chest, your arm, your body parts, basically. Yep. Yeah. Because like, if I just create something that's just record your weight, I think like it's too simple.
Think Apple might reject it again?
Yeah, Apple might probably reject it again.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
You think you can do this in a week?
I think so. So if I think if I just persist the weight, maybe I can try to learn about like how to create a chart. Maybe I don't know, like as an additional feature.
It's not a bad idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of like recording other data.
Yeah.
Part of your data, your body. I don't know, like maybe every day when you record your weight, as the day goes, you'll see like a chart of like if your weight increase or decrease.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I feel like there's so many different possibilities that you can take with this. So many different opportunities. Like for instance, we were talking about sending the data to each other, right?
Oh,
that can be something built into the app too, where
like compare each other's.
Where it automatically like syncs or sends it to each other, or there's a feature to share, things like that. Yeah, even though it's like a simple number, I think there's a lot of room to grow there.
Yeah.
Of course, not in a week, but in the future, potentially. If you decide to continue building on top of the idea.
Yep.
If you make a really good foundation for it.
Yeah. Maybe I should just like persist the weight and draw as a graph.
Not a bad idea.
But then like if I use core data, would that be overkill for recording your weight?
Probably. I mean, of course, you could always use the simplest thing possible. But if you want to learn to use something like core data or Realm or anything else, that's up to you, right? If you choose to try to learn it within a week and implement it, which is part of the goal of this program too, right? To see how fast you can learn something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it should be fine, right? Like weight. Well, like weight, age, and height. About 3 things.
You record your weight, age every day?
I mean, like, the user they don't have to enter their age and height every day.
Right.
There should be like a section where that you only change it once, and then every day it's going to be the same unless you change it, unless you update the value.
Right.
What do you think?
Yeah, makes sense. And then for that, you can calculate like BMI and
things
like that.
Yeah. BMI is another thing.
BMI calculator.
Yeah.
a lot of ideas that can change.
Yeah.
We still need to plan this out and design it.
Okay.
And I feel like things can change there.
Yep.
How are you feeling?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna be the last like one app a week.
Yeah, yeah,
So I want to finish it strong.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try to release it before Sunday midnight.
All right, sounds good.